Hello everyone, my name is Dmitry Lipinskiy.
And I'm Chris Linder.
And this is our very first episode for our brand new YouTube channel,
The Home Science Show.
Chris, what's our show is all about?
We're going to bust the myths of home ownership and all the things we hear as homeowners and learn a little bit about what we should know, what we shouldn't know. I don't know. That's probably what I think we should learn.
Yep, that's right. Every week, me and Chris are going to be talking, and not only talking, but walking about building science, about building products, building materials, what contractor will not tell you, what manufacturers will not tell you.
We're just going to call it like it is. We're going to figure out what's going on. When somebody makes a claim about something, if it's this or it's that, we're the best, we're not the best, whatever it is, we want to find out what happens when we test that versus, say one manufacturer says one thing about another one. Well, how does he compare in that? So we're just going to try to figure out, and we're going to take it outside to figure it out. And I know one thing, we're not going to figure anything out in here, right?
Absolutely. So guys, today in the very first episode, we're talking about siding. We're going to take these products outside in a second. We have LP products, we have steel products, we have some metal, we have James Hardie waiting on us. And what we're going to do, we've been testing them for the last 2 years. I do have access to a lot of jobs, so I've been performing a lot of inspections, house inspections, and I've been soaking them in the coke. I've been putting them in the microwaves. I've been taking them to the shooting range. Right now, we're going to go in and we're going to drop 2-inch steel ball from 20 feet high, pretty much your class 4 impact resisting test to find out brittleness of the products. And while we're doing it, we'll talk a little bit more about performance. Let's go outside and see how they perform.
All right, Dmitry, we're outside and we're gonna do a little bit of testing. Now, you've done some of this before. I've watched 2 or 3 different ones. What do we got going on now next?
So I just wanted a really quick test. So this is 20-foot drop. We have a 2-inch steel ball. Just wanna show its weight. Just over a pound, 2-inch steel ball. This is official test for class 4 impact resisting shingles. You can also test other building products with it. So almost 1.2 pounds. So we're gonna drop it from 20-foot drop on different materials. We're gonna drop it on LP. We're gonna drop it on the metal siding, vinyl siding, James Hardie. So I'm gonna go up because I know you're afraid of heights.
All right, the first test we're gonna do is we're gonna do a vinyl siding. This is a 4-4 panel. It's not the thickest of stuff, but pretty good quality brand. We're just gonna see how it holds up to the test here.
3, 2, 1, go!
Nothing, man.
Didn't even crack.
Didn't crack.
Nice.
Not a single crack. I
Want
didn't.
to try it again?
Sure.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
This time I tried to position it a little bit so it would land right on this rib, because that's typically the most rigid spot that's going to break if something impacts it really hard. If you hit it in the center, it's going to have some give, but right here it's very rigid in vinyl siding. So if you can see, we got a nice break right here and a good dent. Now this stuff held up super awesome actually. It's a pretty good siding product, but this is what can happen. Now that's a problem, right? So we obviously don't want to have this in our home, but we know that overall, siding can actually handle pretty good impact for the most part. It just depends on where it's being hit at. So don't believe everything you hear as far as, siding's not going to hold up to anything, especially if you get a little better panel. And there's even better panels than this, thicker panels, more high quality stuff, different polymers. So, all right, let's check out the next stuff.
3, 2, 1, go!
Boom, thinner siding, big old hole. Blew it up. All right, James Hardie time. So cementitious siding. We're gonna see how this stuff holds up.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so big impact on the front and it's cracked on the back. Redemption time maybe for LP Smart Side, right?
Yep.
LP Smart Side.
Barely can see it, right?
Yeah. So it's there.
Oh!
Definitely did not break it.
Let's go. Keep your head right there. Let's
Yeah,
see how
I'm
you
gonna
can
just, yeah.
enter for
I'm
it.
gonna catch this one. We're good? Go.
3, 2, 1, go! Nothing.
Oh man, that's the ball.
Let's go.
It's there somewhere. Metal.
Ready?
Do it!
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh,
That's what you get with metal.
dude, check that sucker out. Now this stuff's super hard to replace too, because you got to downside like the whole house to get it off, because it doesn't flex when you try to do it. You'll just bend all the other stuff. So, all right, we got an insulated piece. This is good heavy insulation on it. So this stuff is, now it's more rigid behind it, obviously, but it's got a good heavy insulation. I probably won't be able to get this in here because I can barely get my pants on in the morning, barely. All right, let's see what you got.
3, 2, 1, go!
Good dent,
Do you want to put it in
crease, no break, but that's not gonna look good if the side of your house is all dimpled up like that.
All right. So I would say, Chris, you're probably going to agree with me that LP is absolute winner today.
Clear winner.
Absolute winner. You cannot see those dents. See what it does. I mean, every other product, metal, James Hardie, I mean, look at this indentation. It smashes it. It's not breaking it per se, so integrity of the product is there as far as like waterproofing goes, but it's definitely will have to be replaced where if it hits LP, you don't have to worry about it because you can't see anything.
Yeah. So
Who's the absolute loser?
I'm gonna my toss up on, well, we don't have
Let's
the
say somebody,
the vinyl, the on-backed vinyl. Where's that at?
and I would say this vinyl is probably the biggest surprise for me.
The heavy panel vinyl did really well until we got it right on the lap.
And this is what people, that's what we talk about on a radio show, right? So what people are thinking about, vinyl is cheap, vinyl doesn't perform and cracks. Well, this is older vinyl and this is newer vinyl. It took us like 3 times to heat it to finally break. So if you have vinyl in the house, I mean, it's pretty tough to break.
You said
say?
hit it, right? Or heat it?
Heat it.
We hit it?
We'll
go
are
with
you
hit.
questioning my English?
Nope.
So anyway, so older, newer. So I would say this is the biggest surprise for me. I was expecting it to break every single time, and it just refused to break until you.
I thought it'd break too.
Yeah, right there. So there's a big difference, guys, between cheap vinyl and a more expensive vinyl. And then when we have a bigger one, and I think the
This is
problem
the
with
insulated panel.
the problem with insulated panel is because it doesn't have anywhere to give. Kind of like, because it's softer.
Creates the rigidity behind it enough
Yep.
for it to have the impact to break it.
But still perform great. I mean,
Yeah.
and the good thing about vinyl is very easy to replace. So if you have panel like this, it comes in, snaps, moves out, you know, not a problem.
Yeah, it's really very versatile actually.
So what would you install in your house?
Well, based on this test, I mean, I don't know that I would
Based
use
on
this.
test.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
based on,
say you live by a golf course and
or a steel ball bearing course or factory.
You know, if you're my neighbor, you might have this next door.
Exactly. I mean, based on this, LP looked money. I mean, it really did. And actually, the Hardie looked bad. I mean, it cracked, it's dented
metal,
bad, the
and
whole deal.
Granted, both metal and James Hardie is very expensive options.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say, and then would you do expensive vinyl or insulated vinyl?
Yeah, you know, I'm not overly opposed to vinyl if it's used the right way. I think with vinyl, one of the ways it's all about, you know, it looks cheap, all this and that. Well, you can trim your house out with LP or Hardie,
I mean,
and then
boards
put the
have the same length, like 16 or 25 even footers as LP.
So you can almost get seamless.
You're gonna have the same amount of seams as the LP. So pretty much it's a winner. And for the look, they'll look the same. If I install this in a house, you're not going to be able to tell.
I think the biggest thing that makes vinyl look cheap is the corners, the trim pieces. So if you trim all the way around all your windows and your corners, rather than using vinyl corner post and just a J channel around your windows, you put that Hardie or LP in there, and then you fill the fields with that vinyl. nobody can tell the difference, and it's a great money saver.
Agree. So guys, check out our in the links below. We're gonna put our podcast, our radio show, for more talk with Chris about all these products and then some different options on the warranties and stuff like that. But I say I'm pretty happy and surprised with the results today.
Yep, we're just gonna do one more test. Lay down there. I'm gonna grab the ball.
The show is over. Thank you guys so much for coming today. We're gonna have new video every single week, and just like our radio show comes every single week. I'll see you next time.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you think about the topic today in comments below, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel.